Hi everybody and welcome to a new Poppy's Cucina. I got a great new birthday present today, so I couldn't wait to start it. We're gonna start making some no-knead bread. We're gonna do a regular loaf and we're gonna do an artisan loaf. Yeah, Lulu loves her bread, don't you? Right? Yeah, we got a Dutch oven. Very excited. So you wanna see what we're gonna make? Just keep watching. So super easy and so super delicious. I know Lulu likes it, and so does Drake. To start, we need 1.5 cups of warm water. Again, remember between 105 and 115 degrees for that perfect yeast activation. To this, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. Give it a little stir. And then we're going to add our 1 packet of yeast, which is 2¼ teaspoons. All right, so give that a stir. Let it activate, then we're gonna add it to the flour. All right, so while we're waiting for this, you're gonna get a large bowl and you're gonna add 3¼ cups of all-purpose flour and 2 teaspoons of salt, and you're gonna mix it all together. All right, we're waiting for that yeast. It's getting there, about another 2 minutes. Soon. So once your yeast looks like this, look at the head on that, you're gonna pour it into your flour mix. And you're just going to mix it together until all the ingredients are fully incorporated. All right, you don't want to overmix this, but you also don't want chunks of flour in it either. So, mix, mix, mix. So everything is fully, all the flour is in. Scrape those sides. Okay, I think this is mixed. Just about. All right, so we got it mixed. So now we're gonna cover this and let it sit for 1 hour. I know a lot of the videos you'll see makes you wanna wait 18 to 24 hours. That's when you only use ½ a teaspoon of yeast. We used a full packet, so we only need to wait an hour. So yay, faster bread. All right, so cover this, let it sit for an hour, and then we'll show you what to do next. Okay, so this has been going for about 20 minutes, a little over 20 minutes. It's already starting to rise. You can see it, steam's forming in there. So now's a good time to preheat your oven. You're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 425 degrees. Then, once it gets to temperature, you're gonna wanna put your Dutch oven in there to get it nice and preheated for about 15 minutes. I got this for my birthday, isn't it pretty? So excited. All right, so let's preheat that oven. Okay, so now for our second loaf, we did the same thing. 2 teaspoons of salt, 3¼ cups of all-purpose flour. I got my yeast ready to go, almost ready to go, and 1½ cups of water with the full packet of yeast. But now we're gonna add a couple extra ingredients in this one. So this one, we're gonna do a tablespoon of dried rosemary with ½ a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. And then, here we go. We're gonna add 1 cup of shaved cheese. I'm using Asiago, because again, you know how much I love Asiago. But you can use whatever you want. The Parmesan would be really nice with the rosemary, the Pecorino Romano too. All right, so we're gonna mix this up. And then we're gonna add our yeast mixture. So we mixed everything up. The yeast mixture is ready to go, so that's gonna go in. But in addition, we're gonna add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. Okay, that's about 1. And that's about 2. All right, so we're gonna mix this the same way we mixed the other one. So we got this all mixed up, so now we're gonna cover it again like the other one, and then we're gonna let this one rest for an hour. And this one's been resting for just about an hour, and it's almost ready to go. We got 5 more minutes. It's gonna be a bread party. Woo! All right, so the bread has been resting for an hour, the first loaf. All right, so we're gonna scrape it onto the counter with some flour dusted on the bottom. This is gonna feel very, very, very sticky. It's supposed to. Super sticky. It's like gum. All right, see if I get this all out. All right. So now, this is when, if you have a dough scraper, this would be a great time to use it. so you don't have it all stuck in your hands like I do. Sad. All right. So I got just about all of it out of here. Probably should have done this off camera. All right. So now we got it like that. Now we're going to dust some flour on top. All right. Now we're just going to fold it. We're going to fold, a little more flour. Okay. Fold. All right, so you're just going to keep folding it so you get a nice dough ball formed. Okay, so make it nice and smooth. But you don't want to apply too much pressure to it. All right, so look at that. And there is our dough ball, as I'm trying to get all the extra dough off my fingers. All right. So there we have it. Pretty. So onto a piece of parchment paper it goes, and now we're gonna pull the Dutch oven out of the oven. All right, kind of redundant, but and then we're gonna place this into the Dutch oven. All right, so into our Dutch oven it went. All right, so now we're gonna score it. Use a razor blade or a very sharp knife. I don't have a razor blade, but this knife isn't that sharp, but it kind of did what I needed it to do. All right, so now we're gonna top it with a little bit of olive oil. I'm gonna just spray it on. All right, and then we're gonna put on some flaked salt for some extra flavor. So you're gonna put the lid back on, and you're gonna bake in your oven for 30 minutes, and then you're gonna remove the lid, and then you're gonna bake for about another 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how crunchy you want your crust. All right, so let's see how it comes out. All right, so it's been a half hour. I get my oven mitt on. Let's see how this looks, because now we're gonna unveil it. Oh my God, look at this thing. This thing is huge. It's beautiful. All right, so I think it probably needs about 20 more minutes. All right, so there we go. Success. So while we're waiting for the first loaf to continue browning, we set up the second one. So this one's waiting in the wings. Oh, you can smell the rosemary in this one. It's like crazy. So as the other loaf is cooling, we set up this one. We sprayed it with olive oil again. We did a little funky swirl on top, more salt on top. And now we're gonna put the lid back on and put it back in the oven. It's so important that you put the lid on, because what makes bread successful is the steam. And so with the lid on it, it's steaming it, and that's what gives it that beautiful crust. Like most commercial bread makers have steam ovens, but I don't have a steam oven, so this is gonna be the next best thing. So let's see how this one comes out. Lolo, the bread's cooking. The bread has to cook. The bread needs time. I can't just make it go faster. I'm sorry, but it'll be ready soon, okay? It'll be ready very soon. Yeah. Sad. All right, so we allowed this to cool. So let's see what it looks like. To our first slice. Listen to that crunch. See those crumbs flying everywhere? Oh, look at this. Is that not beautiful? You hear that crunch, that crackle? All right, now time to taste. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my gosh. You can't buy bread this good. I'm never buying bread again. This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh. So crunchy. So tasty. Just the right amount of chew. I need some butter. Wow. Now I can't wait to see how the second one comes out. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes. The whole house smells like rosemary. Time for the reveal. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Look at this big boy. Oh my gosh, that's going to be amazing. All right, so it is going to go for about another 15 minutes. Oh. All right, we just pulled out the second artisan loaf. look at it. It only took 13 minutes. Yeah, the whole house smells like rosemary. I'm going crazy. So we're gonna allow this to cool a little bit, and then we're gonna slice it up, see how it is. Hurry up and cool. All right, so this has been cooling for a little bit, so I can't wait to try it. All right, so we're gonna cut it. Oh, listen to that crunch again. All right, so I got it nice and sliced up. Oh, look at that steam coming. Oh, look at this. Look at this. You could actually see the cheese in it. All right, let's give it a taste. Oh my gosh. So delicious. So flavorful. Lily, you're going to try yours soon. You get the rosemary, you get the cheese. You're getting the olive oil, the salt, the pepper. You're getting everything. Oh my gosh. Seriously, I'm never buying bread again. Not when it's this easy and this delicious. Wow. All right. So if you make any of these loaves, let us know. Oh, enjoy.